Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to kind of break down how we fight with these lightsabers. It may look choreographed, most of it's freestyle form based upon the Jedi arts. The first thing we're going to do is demonstrate how you can wield one or hold it in your hand. If you look up close, this is the hilt of my lightsaber. It's called the EvoFlex, modeled after Star Killer from what is that, Jedi or Star Wars The Force Unleashed video game. Now this is the grip or the handle. I don't normally like to hold it here. I usually hold up here by the rifle sights or bunny ears. It's got little like bunny ears on it, but I usually hold it right about there. This is the switch plate to turn it on and off. And so now my hand's out of the way. I can double hold it if I want, or I can hold it single. So me and Isaac, he's over here on the side. Say hello, Isaac. We're going to demonstrate how you can do basic moves before fighting to get a flow of how to use a lightsaber. One of the first techniques we do is a forward rotation. I can show you in several perspectives. For one, this is the inside of my hand. So all you do is you drop the blade forward. You can go all the way down. When you do this, the pommel end of the blade is up in the air. All you have to do is turn it into yourself, like that. Now if you see, I'm back in the up position. So all you do is you point it down forward, opening your palm up to the sky, making the pommel up in the air, and then close your hand back into it. When you start doing these rotations, this is what it looks like. And I'm moving from up, forward. So this is a forward rotation. You can see Isaac doing it. Step in the... Okay, so now a different perspective of it is the outside of my hand. Okay, so from here it's the same position, and you just drop it forward. It's parallel with my arm. From there, all I do is open it up with my palm to the sky, pommel to the air, close my hand back to the up position. So you keep doing that, and this is what a forward rotation looks like. So you keep it going. Now you're spinning a blade. It looked cool because the thing yours going behind it. It looked cool. So those are forward rotations. The next one we'll do is a back rotation, which is the same thing but just backwards. So you're going in reverse. Now you're opening the blade up and then closing it back up to you. So you're drawing it to your shoulder and drop past your shoulder. You can see it this way, drop past my shoulder. So I go like this and back up. I'm keeping the blade on the inside of my body, or the handle on the inside of my body. See? So that's a backwards rotation. If you can keep it going close to your shoulder, it looks good. If you bring it out, you know, now you're able to move the rotations around. Forward rotation. And now I can go low.
He can't go low.
Whoops.
I can go low.
I wish we could edit that out. I hit my leg. Anyways, you can go like this and go low, up. You can move it around.
Just for myself.
So I'm doing like doubles, which would be like 1, 2. That's 3, triple. That's a double, back down. 1, 2. You can do 3. 1, 2, 3. Then you can do a forward to back. So you can change it up. Forwards a couple times, backwards a couple times, forwards, backwards, forwards, forwards. Now, this is a cool one. Figure 8 pattern. If you look at the tip of my blade, I'll draw an 8 on the screen. It's sideways, like an infinity sign. So doing that with just my wrist, I make it bigger.
I have an idea. Why don't we scoot this up and we back up? So we have more ground to move and they can see more.
Okay, so starting in the up position, you got forward rotations. This is the best way to start your figure eights. So you start your figure eight by dropping it forward across your body, bring it up, and then back forward. Now look at my hand. I'm going up with the pommel, swinging back around. So when I do this,
I just do this.
well, yeah, when I do this, I'm starting with a pull downward, like this is my slashing motion. So I'm doing my figure eights like this. That's down. Now to do a figure eight drawing, upwards figure eights. Okay, you do it in reverse, which now I'm swooping up, swooping up, swooping up, figure eights. Swooping down, swoop, 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 swoop. See, that's going down figure eights. Now you can take those figure eights and come out to your side with a backhand rotation. If you do that, you come over, backhand rotation to the up position. You can just do that. You ready to fight?
Nope. I can try.
Like that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean, are you ready to fight?
Oh.
But if you are, we can. But those are just basic moves. That figure eight, you can do here, like in the front of you, and then bring it behind your body, back up and around. So I'm doing a forward, behind me, forward, behind me, like this, and it's a figure eight movement. I'm just bringing my hand behind my body.
I can't spin it because you lift too much.
It's all in the wrist.
Yeah.
It's a lot of backwards rotations on that one. My hand's doing this, so I'm going across the body, backwards rotation.
I go forward, then
You
backwards.
can do
so it goes
forward,
like
back.
Going like
This is
that.
called the Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan Anakin Skywalker. Ow. So, after learning some of those moves, forwards, backs, me and Isaac will demonstrate fighting forms. The first Jedi art form is Shicho or Shicho. And you start off with your basic stance like this. Now you have forms of attack. The first movement is around your head, striking to the shoulder of your opponent. Then you move back around your head and strike to the other side of the opponent. From here you move over your head to their head, overhead strike. From there you're going to peel off to the handle.
No, you gotta peel off your blade.
No, it's like waterfall.
No, you gotta go off the blade and to the side.
No, it's off the handle.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I remember.
Because watch. You're going to dip
Uh-huh.
the block. So if I slide off this way and you dip to block for number 4,
I'm pretty sure that is...
watch.
Yeah, there's another this side. Look, can I do this? Come on.
If you block this
No,
way,
no, hold on.
go ahead.
I know what you meant by that. It's here, 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 and then here.
Yeah, because my blade's pointing that way. But if I'm doing it this way, and you still slide off that way, I have to drop off like this. It's either or. I think you forgot that we was recording.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Okay, so form 1, Suresu, or Shisho or Shicho. It has 6 count moves, I think. 6.
6.
6 moves. The first strike of the zone is in the shoulder. So you're going to come around your body and your head to go for that shoulder. Number 2 Don't step back. Number 2 is around this one. You keep both your hands on the blade straight. Number 3 is around into the head strike. Now this is a debate whether which way you slide off the blade for your next attack. It really depends on what you want to do, your skill set, their defense. You know, it's any of it's up for anything. But to learn all the movements, we're going to go for the sake of his blade always pointing out to the left, to the right side of your body.
I think I have to do this.
Yeah, you do. If you do, I'm sliding off the blade to there. But you're not supposed to slide off the handle. That's the way the rules are. But anyways, he keeps interrupting this part, so we can't move on. Go back to a head strike. So we're like this is number 3. Okay? Number 4 is either or option depending on the attacker. You can slide off of this and come back around to attack the shoulder again. Okay? But in a true form of Shicho, that move is more for a back burn, which is using the blade to wound or burn the back of your opponent. So when I do the moves all in a motion to that move, it's this. And now I'm trying to burn him.
You touched me for a second.
Huh?
Yeah, you touched me for a second.
Yeah. So after that move, which is number 4, you go to 5, which is a low hit. 6 is a low hit. Okay? Always moving around your head. So to demonstrate, I'm going to do it all as what we call a kata. Kata means the 6 moves done the exact same way over and over and over. You don't change the numbers. Number 1 is always this. Do number 1.
Oh, I'm not.
Do number 1. See? Number 1. Number 1. Number 1. Number 2. Number 4. See? Number 4 is this. Number 3 is this. Number 3. Number 1. See? So it never changes. So when you do a kata, you're going to count numerical order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right like that. So after you learn the kata, you can mix and match it. So now we can take all those forms or fighting parts of that form and change it up. So for an example, I can go 1, 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 1. And I just did Shicho, but in my own freestyle form of the kata. So that's how you practice. So defense of it is what you see Isaac doing. So now we'll let Isaac discuss the defense when I attack. Go ahead.
I know I attack and discuss the defense.
Okay, I guess he'll attack and I'll discuss the defense. So your basic stance or ready to fight is always like this. Lead foot forward, hands at the ready. You know? So if he moves to block me and I know the kata from the attack side of it where I'm swinging, now I need to learn to block him. So to block, you do a step power block backwards because your aggressor or the opponent is pushing you because they're trying to attack you. You need to defend and back away a little bit. So Isaac, go ahead and do a little bit of the Shicho kata. So it's push.
Stop, that's not it.
Rewind. Anyways, you're going to step block backwards and push that block away. So go ahead. Boom. Alright, after that move, you're going to swing this gate around because he's moving to number 2. Do number 2. Boom. So now I'm stepping and blocking away from it. After I do that, step 3. Boom. I blocked and I took my leg back so I can step back. Let's move forward because the fire pit's there. So after this one, you have number 4. Go ahead. Number 4. And number 5. Number 6. Like that. And you can keep repeating that. But that would be the kata because we did it all in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now let's go ahead and freestyle it, Isaac. I guess we are allowed one. I dropped it once and you dropped it once. No more times dropping it. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so based upon the stances, you can kind of tell who's going to be on the attack and who's going to be on the defense. Unfortunately, though, Isaac already has.
No, you just hit my balls.
I didn't mean to, but you were like, your arms are crossed.
Yeah.
So if I try to swing it. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and do just some Shicho attacks and defenses. So we'll go slow and let you see what we're doing.
Oh, I need some water. That hurt. Jeez. Well, explain stances.
What?
I said explain stances.
Stances is like your opening stance is like when you're getting ready to fight. You also need to learn like basic movement. As far as simple forms of it is, if you can see my feet, you're going to take that lead leg and point it to whoever you're fighting against. If they move this way, you're going to move to point to them. If they move that way, you got to move to point to them. And I'm always shifting this back leg. Another good thing is lunges or glides. So if you're fighting somebody on the attack and you want to move forward, you can step like that. You don't need to walk it. Walking's like this. So you keep one leg in the back and one leg in the front at all times, and you're doing this. So a glide is if I'm attacking and I come in like this to attack you, I can do this and then slide that foot in. Now I've gotten closer. Or I can step into it. You see, each step was a move on the swings.
Just maybe don't step like.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you
If we're fighting, Isaac, normally, and I do this, I'm going.
I thought you would switch legs, dude.
See?
You don't switch legs?
I didn't.
Well,
You play it back and watch, but I really didn't.
I know, I saw you. I said it in confusion because I thought you were supposed to step.
Alright, so now we're going to do some slow Shicho freeform, and we're going to do it slow. Don't move towards the camera.
I'm not sure when you're facing.
Don't need to face it.
You look down at my feet.
Alright, so if you looked, we did a little bit of it, and one thing we forgot to tell you guys was about like phasing, so you know whose turns over and who, you know, because I could keep attacking and back him up and keep attacking, but it's not, you know, as fun. So when somebody phases, meaning, okay, I want to fight back now, without verbally stopping the fight or saying it, you know, hey, I want to stop, let me fight now, right? He will try to defend or block my shots 3 times in a row, but not just, oh, I'm blocking it. He's going to push out them blocks. Whoops.
When you're attacking, you're supposed to step forward, and when you're defending, you're supposed to step backwards. But when you're going to phase, stay in the ground and don't move, and when his blade touches yours, push it. For example, this would be me normally defending. This is me phasing. I didn't move, and I pushed instead of going for just block. I pushed it, so, yeah.
Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
So this is what a phase would look like. Let's go ahead and say I'm already fighting him, right? And then Isaac's going to phase out without even moving. So I'm hitting him. Right? Now he's going to phase my attacks.
I think
I know you did. Now he's going to phase my attacks. So he pushed out 3 times. I can back off, do my forward rotations and stuff. I can back off. Now it's his turn to attack me.
He's such a disgusting to have after.
Okay. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is run through this so it makes it more comfortable to fight. After you learn Shicho and master it and get really good at it, you'll be able to move on to the next fighting form, which is Suresu. For anybody that's Star Wars fans, Suresu is Obi-Wan Kenobi's fighting style. That's how he fights. He uses that form, along with some other forms that you'll learn later on. But Suresu, opening stance is like this, and the Force is always with you, so you're always ready with the Force. You also have your Light Sabre. Okay, Isaac's showing the defense to it. This is a really good defense for almost any attacks that you do for anything.
Just my arms.
Yeah. When you do Suresu, it's more like a swoops and lunges with the blade, not swinging motion attacks. Okay. So the difference to it is you still have your 6 count movements to do a kata for this fighting form. So the way to do it is form 1. There's 3 ways to do Suresu, but form 1, that I'll say it as form 1 on my channel, is a long reach. Okay, it's a one hand or one wielded use with the blade when you're attacking. Okay, so I'm at the ready. It's the same areas of attack, except on the lowers you're going to attack the thigh or the pocket of the pants.
Like this.
And so form 1 of Suresu is a one-handed long extend. This form allows you to play long range, mid range, and even a short range attack with the same fighting style. Okay, so position 1, I'm at the ready. So I'm moving to strike on 1. Boom. And I'm pulling across my body to the other side of my body. So now it sets me up for form 2, or strike 2 on form 1. Boom. So all I'm doing is lunging and pushing the blade forward, whipping the hilt back to the other side of my body. Now, the next one is number 3, an overhead strike. So from this position, all I'm doing is lunging up, boom, and doing an overhead strike, pulling low to my body, drawing back up in this high position, and moving in for the low strikes, or one more high strike, which would be pulling out like this. From here, you're right. From here, I'm doing a low strike, which is 5, and then 6. Back up to the ready. I'm off screen quite a bit. Yeah, I was off screen quite a bit on that. So you probably didn't catch any of that because I just noticed I was off screen a little bit. There we go.
What the heck is that? Did you see the camera turn the focus?
Yeah. Alright. So, really quick, this is Suresu Form 1, long range attack. If you notice the distance, get in your fighting stance. If you notice the distance between us, where am I at? Can you see me?
Wait, sit with your...
Oh, I see me, okay.
That's your strike. Okay.
Alright. So, from this distance, I'm doing a one-arm attack with Suresu. I always keep it high. That's how I use it, okay? Long as the form is in this area. So 1, 2, we'd be moving, and I really don't want to because we don't have a lot of space, but 2, 3, 4, 5, I got Isaac,
I keep forgetting.
6, okay, back to 1. So you do it again. This is the kata. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got you on 5 again.
I know. Because I was on the show.
Okay, so that's how you do Form 1. Form 2 is a two-handed grip of Saresu, which is like this at the ready.
The problem, guys, I'm not bad. I just like mixing the forms instead of only using one.
Right. If you notice, my hands are side by side, not crisscrossed. See, they're crossed. So I'm not fighting like this because my hands are crossed. If he strikes down at me, it's going to fall out of my hand. So you need to play it open-handed like this. Play the flute. I can't do a flute. But anyways, you're going to hold it up like this and stand straight into your opponent for two-handed. Now this is mid-range, so this means I'm a little closer to Isaac when we're fighting. So standing here, I keep both hands on the blade, and I'm pushing to one, drawing back. Yes, my hands are crossed, but you have to understand that I'm moving straight into another attack. So he really doesn't have time to try to deflect the shot unless he thinks he's faster and knows exactly what I'm doing. So I'm pulling back in to 2, switching my hands back open to 3. Okay, 3 is coming in on a two-handed overhand strike. 4, 5, got him again on 5, and I'm going slow. Then you got 6, which is the other leg. Okay, so that's form 2. Now form 3 is even closer in fighting. This is where you can really get tricky. The attack zones are different. It's mainly an offensive push to a defense block. He's like a wall, and I'm trying to get out of it because we've gotten too close. So this is, if you find yourself close range, go into Saresu Form 3. 2 hands, blade is horizontal to your body, and you're going to push out with this block. From here, you're trying to push your defense back. Push out, switch the blade to this side, push out. You want to stay in the high zone area for 1 and 2. Okay? You can even get in an overhead strike right here because your hands is in a 2-hand grip. Okay? And you're going to push off of him and then come right into an overhand strike. I went a little aggressive. I got excited. But you're going to go into that overhead strike. From there, you're going to push back on a high shot, turn the blade to a low shot, and then back off and get back into your opening stance. Whether it be one-hand long range or, low block, back to a mid-range Saresu form. So now we're going to do a little mix and match of both fighting styles to show you how using them can make you look a little better as far as whimsical blade play or however you want to put it. So at the ready, Isaac, whatever fighting stance you want to take, whatever form you want to start off with, you can. I'll go ahead and take the defense.
Okay, do we have to use one?
No, I just said that we can use both, mix and match. No flourishes though yet.
Okay.
Alright. I'm on defense.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I saved him. Alright, it's hard because we're in close areas, so try not to move around. So Saresu's a really good one. One thing I wanted to tell you is Saresu is also how I went to that figure 8 movement earlier in the video. You do this for blaster deflection. So if somebody's shooting at you, you're swinging like this to block the blade or block the bolt. You can swing it around like figure eights to block everything. Boom, 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 boom.
Maybe not that one.
No, not that one because I wasn't ready. But you're never ready. You just do it. Hey, you know. So that's really all the fighting forms and stuff we do. So now we're going to show you that you can add flourishes to your fighting forms. So instead of just doing your standard stuff, as far as attacks, come here, I'll instead of just doing like that stuff, you can add flourishes to it. So you can come in swinging like this.
That was like slow mo for a second. I was like, wait a second, what's
It's
going
probably
on?
better right here. Let it out. Let them locks out. That's number 2.
Wait.
You dropped your blade again. That's number 2.
Yeah, I know, but you're a Jedi. I dropped that puppet.
Did you like that? Did you like that number 4 sneak in there?
Yeah.
Huh? It's quick, wasn't it? Oh, I was running out of breath. Ooh. Thanks for the hesitation on not doing that, because you would have got me.
Yeah.
Got my hand.
Sorry.
That's right to your face. Line.
I know.
Alright, that's about all we're going to show for today. That was a long video. I'm a little winded now. Thanks for
32
watching.
minutes.
Please like and subscribe down below. Also, we'll send a link out for Isaac PE. Peace.
My channel's linked in the description. Like and subscribe, comment down below if what you want to see us do next. Peace.
Later.